wanted to tell you guys something serious tonight. I came down with a terminal illness. I should... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm fine. What I want to do is I would like to talk to the guys here about some stuff that's really important to everybody.
The Pope getting tripped up?
Erectile dysfunctionality. George, how do you feel about erectile dysfunctionality?
I don't feel it at all.
Oh!
That's what she said.
Honestly, truly,
Erectile.
it's not something I'm dealing with at the moment. I don't have that problem. But I can understand how that could really hit the ego of guys who do have that problem. I'm not even going to label it a problem, because that's how it gets stigmatized.
I have the opposite.
It's like if you have it, then there's ways to deal with it.
So you need saltpeter, not Viagra.
Oh, you mean, is the issue whether it gets be treated something more along the lines of organic
I
cures
have no
as opposed
idea.
to
I thought if I started talking about your best friends, you guys would open up a little bit.
It all depends how ugly she is.
What do you think? Erectile dysfunctionality?
Welcome to the kindest show in the Eastern Seaboard.
One last thing that I must cover that's very important.
Well, I didn't think of that. That's true.
And no teeth. You think about that.
That's true.
Down to her kneecaps,
I realize you really don't care, but this is that time of the year that's right in between Christmas and New Year's, what I call the taint of the year. It's like, it's not Christmas, the taint New Year's, it's kind of in between. Anyways, man, going into New Year's, I'm going to ask you guys to get in touch with the little, man deep down inside and tell me how you feel about the passage of time, the year 2009, the upcoming year, 2010. How you feeling about things, George?
I feel very positive. The passage of time is relative, and I find that, without getting too philosophic,
No, go right ahead.
I know, he'll start doing the Jeopardy theme.
I have to say, the second half of this year has flown by, the fastest I think I've ever experienced time flying in my life, mostly because of my work schedule. But otherwise, I don't tend to think of time passing by, because I think of the planet going around the orbit, and now it's right back in the same spot again.
It is all relative.
So to me, it seems like we're just doing we're restarting. It's anew. We're doing it over again. It's not like we're old or years passed by.
Every year seems to go by a little faster.
Most definitely.
Now, me and Phil, and maybe even Mike, we've talked about this before. What is this phenomenon that is somewhat related? When we drive to Rochester, you feel that 45 minutes to an hour going in, but how come when you drive home, it seems like the time goes by twice as fast?
You just got laid by a hooker.
How come when you drive home, it's like it goes faster than when you go up?
I think it's more familiar.
What's up with that? This phenomenon, what is it?
I believe you hit a
It's
location.
an Einstein physics.
You always hurry to go somewhere.
Do you disagree?
Yeah.
Well, no.
You're not in a hurry to come home.
That's right.
Was it Einstein who said a minute sitting on a hot stove goes by a lot slower than a minute if you're just sitting on a comfy cushion? Speaking for myself, for my work schedule, when I come home from Rochester, it takes me longer because I purposely go slower so that I can listen to the old radio shows on 900 AM CHML. They play the old radio shows from 1930s, 40s, and 50s, all those great dramas and comedies. And I love to listen to them, and so I go like 5 miles an hour slower.
Are you in the passing lane when you're doing this?
Heck no.
He's taking a nap. What do you think about the phenomenon? Do you get that? When you drive back, it seems to go by faster than when you head out. Coming back from the concert goes by faster than when you're leaving.
Maybe, because I'm under the influence.
It's,
we won't extrapolate on that.
It has to do a lot with anticipation,
Under the influence of the music.
I think this is psychological.
I think if I'm tired.
I've driven by the music, I meant to say.
I've driven home from places
the music,
when I'm tired and it goes on forever.
Endorphins are so
I
high.
think you're in a different frame of mind when you're driving home.
The endorphins are so high, and the music, then they come right down. And you just
And Mike brought up a good point. You're real excited about getting somewhere and you can't get there quick enough. So
Yeah.
time just seems to not accelerate.
seems like it is, but it's not.
Have you ever gotten to a place faster than you expected, as though time itself, the fabric of time and space, has bended?
That's where we're at, right in the show
Which is
right
the
now.
nature of time and space. It is like a
Time is, we could go all night on that one.
But what is time, though?
Time is an artificial measurement of
Something needed,
the
so everything
movement
doesn't happen
of
at
the-
once.
Song from Pink Floyd?
Right, let's leave it at that.
That's deep. We could do a whole show on that one. Anyways, one last little thing. We're going to see if I can get a joke out of these guys. Then we're going to say good night. You got a joke to tell? I got one.
I didn't
got one.
post one. Okay.
You got one, right? I'll tell mine first and I'll let the pros go. My joke, if I can remember it correctly, is... Why is everything going to be okay for Tiger Woods?
Why? I think it'd be good for Tiger Woods.
Because he's an expert at getting his balls out of tight places. People.
Oh, is he out yet, though? Is his ball still out of that tight place yet?
I wouldn't, don't ask me. Were you guys?
Well, sticking with that theme, did you hear Tiger Woods is changing his name
Oh, the cheetah.
to Cheetah Woods?
Because he cheated on his wife?
Yep.
No, that's it?
I think so.
Yes, poor Tiger. That's the
They
short
want him
joke
back
ever.
really bad, though,
You got
Tiger.
another
They
one?
got to get him back on the circuit.
No,
You always got one. Come on.
what's...
Break out.
No, you really got to let Mike go. Then bring it back to George. He can have
All right.
All right, let's go to Mike.
I'll change the subject from Tiger. Since the holiday season, I'm going to do a holiday joke.
All right.
These three guys got a car accident. They all died at once. So they go to St. Peter and the gates of heaven. St. Peter says, well, this time of year, it's Christmas. I want you guys to tell me something or give me something that meaning of Christmas. So the first guy reaches his pocket, got a lighter, pulls out, lights, he goes, oh, the candle of life. Fine, you're in heaven. Next guy puts his pockets, reaches around, got his car keys. And he goes, jingle bells, jingle bells. He goes, okay, you're in heaven. Third guy's, oh, he's good. Third guy's sitting there and he's sweating, going, oh, I got nothing in my pockets. He reaches his pockets, he pulls out these red thongs. St. Peter goes, those ain't Christmassy. He goes, yeah, they are. They're carols.
All right.
co-host.
St. Peter was sticking with the theme, St. Peter was admitting newcomers to the gates of heaven, and Christ came by and said, Peter, how goes it? It goes well, my Lord, except I wonder if you could do me a favor. He says, Peter, you know that I would do anything for you. He says, could you take command of this position for a moment? I must use the facilities. He says, but of course, such a simple request, I'd be happy to. Thank you, Lord. So now Jesus is admitting people into the gates of heaven. By and by along comes a little old man, stooped over. His eyes are red because he's been sobbing. And Jesus beholds this old man and says, Old man, lift up your eyes unto me and tell me what brings sorrow to your heart and to your eyes. Oh, I spent a lifetime searching for my son with my task unfulfilled. And Jesus' interest is immediately piqued. We're looking for your son? Yes. You see, I worked with wood. Jesus draws closer. You worked with wood?
Pervert.
Yes. He was my only son. And he went off. And I never saw him again. But I just know that he had nails in his hands and nails in his feet. And Jesus begins to weep and says, Father? The old man looks up and says, Pinocchio?
Hope you like it warm, buddy.
Yeah.
It's been an honor to do the show for you. We're a little lean this month. Check again on the YouTube February 1st. We'll have a couple of extra segments in there for you. What do you say, folks? Any closing comments before we say goodnight?
Good night, and to all, a farewell until next year.
It is next year. It's 2010, remember?
We'll be cranking these guys out once a month.
May all good things come your way in 2010.
Send your comments
Yes.
to 408 today.
Bye, everybody.
Stay focused on the windshield.
Send your pictures.
Yes, the doves of peace.
Doves of peace.
Peace out.